Hello, my wonderful friends. I'm your friend Kevin, and this is your Divine Daily Blast. Let's go. We're in the angel numerology number 5, day to day. That's generally with the date number 5. You, my friends, may have a different personal angel number or numerology number, and you'd have to do your life chart to get there. But anyway, in the angel numerology, number 5 primarily means changes are coming, major life changes are coming, personal freedom, adventure, adaptability. It is a nod from the divine, masculine and feminine, urging us to embrace the upcoming transitions, to discard, release, let go of any past problems, which we talked about yesterday a little bit, and trust the process of growth and the process of discovery. Excuse me. When you repeatedly see the number 5, the universe, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, whatever they are trying to convey a specific message. Embracing your freedom, learning through all the experiences you're having in these changes, being adaptable and resourceful, going with the flow, learning to be in the current of the energy of life, personal growth, spiritual awakening, all of these things. If you're seeing a double 5, 55, it's a direct message to embrace personal freedom, break free from limiting beliefs. The limiting beliefs that say things like, I can't, oh, I don't know, oh, I'm not sure, let go. If you see a triple 5, this is a major life shift. I'm seeing 555 all the time. This major life shift is imminent. So, whenever I see it, usually on the clock, sometimes it is showing up on a billboard. I typically then say, bring it on, babies. I'm ready for this. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Whatever that looks like. Get excited in the adventure of seeing a triple 5 because it encourages us to trust the process. It encourages us to cut the ties that bind us to anything that no longer serves the highest good. Now, if by magical chance there is 4 5s in a row, this is profound. This is off the charts, a spiritual shift, an opportunity to completely reinvent the life path. So, when most people talk about the 5, a lot of people, oh gosh, the changes, oh my goodness. Yeah, let's not horribilize it. My goodness, let's just celebrate it. Yeah, we want change. We want something different to happen. And if your life is swimming along quite lovely, if your life is going with the current, going with the flow, and magical miracle things are happening for you, then this number 5 says this is the right path for you. You are an adventurous person. Let's keep going. That's kind of in a way how I look at numbers. Not, I'm going to end up going in a different direction. No, you worked hard to get in this direction. You worked hard to get into this stream. And it's a reminder that you're in it. My isms. Vibrate with the cosmic light of heaven and shine. I am on a journey of love and fearlessness. Fearlessness, like I said yesterday about the trains, the planes, the boats. You choose what one you want to get on. And you choose the direction you want to go on. That's as simple as that. Be in the mindset of I am of purpose, I am decisive, I am loving, I am appreciated, and I am determined. Most of our lives, we talk about how we may be lacking one of these. Don't feel like I got a purpose. Can't decide. Yeah, I don't feel loved. I'm not getting the love. I don't have the love of my life showing up. Yeah, no, they don't appreciate me. They take me for granted. Yeah, I wish they did. All of these things we have been saying. We've been chanting. Guess what shows up? That. So when you say, I am of purpose, guardian angel show me, I am decisive, Lord God in heaven, whatever your creator is, let me make the right decision. I am loving, let the love in. I am appreciated. Everything I do is by the grace of God. And I am determined. There's nothing going to stop me now. These are the kind of things that we affirm. The moon has moved into Taurus. We're on the second day of the month, almost at the dark moon. Romance is in the air under the sensual Taurus moon. Also, the loving sign of Venus is in harmony with the tall, dark, handsome sign Pluto. So the focus today probably should be on pleasure. Do with this information whatever you want to. Here comes Archangel Jeremiah. Now, the moon references comes from a wonderful astrologer out of Australia called Yasmin Boland. Her Moonology calendar and her Moonology moon book are all on sale at Hay House. Message from Archangel Jeremiah. Call upon me, the mercy of God, for forgiveness, so you can move forward and make choices uninhibited by the past. We have to let go of the past. They are mile markers, and we pass them. We keep going. I release the past with gratitude and forgiveness. I joyfully create the future of my dreams. Creating the future is walking through, going through all the portals of life. Know in our heart of hearts that we have been about expansion and growth our entire physical life. If we were not about expansion and growth, we would still be sitting in the high chair waiting for somebody to feed us, or crawling around on the floor crying because we can't walk and somebody else can. Somehow we did it. You watch a toddler anywhere between 9 months old and maybe 12, 14 months, and up they go. It's a pretty quick step, literally, from I'm crawling to I am walking across the floor. And then the first little step, not aided by furniture, but yet, up until that point, they're pulling themselves up for support. And then they create toys. You pop the baby in the toy or the toddler. I think as soon as they are on their feet, they're toddles. They're toddling around. Imagine if they did not feel fearless. Imagine if their worldview, which had to this point been on someone's lap or on the floor, not very high, then all of a sudden they realize that they've got tiptoes and they can get just a bit higher. And they realize they can climb. And they climb on stuff to get up higher. Remember, since we were small children, we have reached higher, stepped up taller, gone bigger, got greater, and we've grown. The Buddha is with us all week. Heightened awareness, making peace with your thoughts and peace with the world. You know, in folklore, the Buddha, when he was born, was known as Siddhartha Gautama. And Buddha started life being mollycoddled in a prince with high walls in palaces. And then one day, he got out of the palace and was exposed to the harsh reality that life offered everybody. He saw sickness, he saw age, he saw death, and what he saw and what he experienced him shook him. He was absolutely mortified. He got the sense that suffering on this world axis was real. So rather than run in fear and go back into the comfort of the palace, which were probably surrounded by big walls, the Buddha decided to go on a spiritual adventure. And he left behind all the earthly pleasures to search for an end to the suffering. Now, in modern times, this Buddha any Buddha, is referred to as spiritual master, all about peace, all about enlightenment, all about awakening, willing to help all of us move beyond fear and suffering. Even if you're not practicing Buddhism, this incredible soul, the Buddha soul, the spirit of Buddha, can help you reflect on your past and understand that what's going on right now, that you can reach the heightened state of awareness. You can stay grounded, you can stay connected, you can stay in the mode of what is real and what is true. So our message this week from the wonderful Buddha is not to push against or resist the thoughts that disturb us. When we push against it, when we resist it, we create a war. We create a war in our mind, a war in our soul. I experienced that last week. I allowed thoughts and feelings that were not pleasant to override and overrun what was going on. It was an unpleasant distraction. And then I made a declaration, thank you. I am only seeking joy. I'm only seeking happiness. And my job on earth is to work with intention, to enlighten, to inspire, to heal, to bring joy, to bring happiness, to lift up. And I'm going to start that with myself. Refusing to accept the lies of others. Yeah, no, that doesn't sit right for me, and I'm not taking that on anymore. Remember, my friends, that your thoughts aren't your enemies. In fact, your mind is a neutral place, allows you to connect with both fear and love all at the same time. So this week, the Buddha comes to us to guide us, to know that when we're experiencing fear, hopelessness, struggle, difficulties, challenges, we have the opportunity right there and then, when we become aware of those challenges, to stand in love, to know that we're loved, and to give grace and gratitude for that awareness. When your fears appear in thought form, instead of fighting them and running from them, be aware of them. Acknowledge them, just like I said, just like the Buddha did. You got the chance and the opportunity this week and every week and from this moment on to become one with everything. To be on the same pathway with millionaires if you feel like you don't have a lot. With success makers if you feel like you're not successful. And when you see and experience your fears with your being, they no longer have that power. You set yourself free from the trap prospect of it. You set yourself free from the prisons of your mind. And this is what the Buddha's message is, not just for this year, this week showing up, but really for the last part of this year. We have Archangel Jophiel, who comes with the message to weed out these thoughts. And if you work with Jophiel and Buddha, oh my goodness, you're going into the Garden of Eden, picking flowers and smelling all kinds of wonderful smells. Here's your activation message. My thoughts are seeds that blossom. Jophiel is also kind of, in a way, uses the lotus flower as an example. Grows in mud and is quite beautiful. Many of you may know that the symbol for the Royal British Legion in London, or in England, is a poppy. And after the Great War, in, I think it was like 1917, whenever that was, the first Great War, there were incredible poppies growing out of the war fields. Poppies were growing. So that's where they remember. Let's just not forget. Gertrude, Beatrice, where are you? Oh, they've got a campfire going. Oh, they've got quite a few natural. They've got chipmunks. Okay, I see squirrels. I see bunny rabbits. Gertrude is saying, yes, 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 they're all our friends. Oh, and even nature lives in fear. Oh, and up in the trees we have crows. They're messengers. All right, anything else going on? I can hear a peacock. Can't see a peacock. I can hear it. Coo, coo. Well, actually, they're screaming. All right, let me get this card. Temptation. What is this about? Oh, look at this. This is the devil card. Here we go. We've got our fairy. Are you in the denial about unhealthy habits? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever the guise. Now look, here we have a snake, and there we've got the fairy. And the fairy is looking at the snake. Now look, if this were me, I would say, I dare you. Yeah, be gone. You have no power over here. That's what this is talking about. Temptation. The temptation to stay stuck. And I'm looking at this. Most people are scared of snakes. Well, guess what, people? Snakes are more frightened of us than we are of them. And yes, if we push the snake, if we push that serpent, it's going to come back and bite us. But this is saying, yeah, no, you need to go. I've had enough. Oddly enough, this just reminds me of a copperhead. And the fairy's just looking at it like, yeah, what? So what? I mean, I love it. This image just reminds me of, yeah, I dare you. Come on then, big boy. But that's really the unhealthy habits. And unhealthy habits is let the fear breathe. Letting the fear take over. Letting the fear wrap us up in whatever they're wrapping us up in. Long years ago, I realized while watching, well, I don't watch the nightly news, but when I was, that there would be a little bit of nightly news that would come out not pleasant. And right after the nightly news, there would be some kind of pharmaceutical pill that you could take, whatever it was, upset stomach, whatever they were, psychotropics. They were all being, if you feel this way, that way, or the other way, take this pill. There were always brand new medicines on the market right after some kind of negative news. So if you don't watch the negative news, you won't be seeing the so-called chemical resolution to it, whatever you're feeling. And then you turn the corner into, I don't need this. There's a lot of things in your life you don't need. Cut the ties to people, places, situations, stories, drama, nonsense, anything that doesn't sit in your heart with light and love. And let your heart be filled with light and love. Get creative, like our friend Vicky of the channel. Let yourself just be in your bright, creative self and change the negative thought. If something's not happening as quickly as you want it to, which it doesn't, or a lot of times, we don't have a lot of patience here on earth because we've been conditioned to instant gratification. I mean, you know, just recently I ordered some things online. I guess the middle of November, it just shipped. Now, I could have gone, well, this is just kind of rude. Why does it take so long to ship? As long as it ships, I'm okay with it. As long as it goes out, I'm good with it. It was another lesson in take your time. Find the balance. Plan ahead. Simple. Planning ahead, making plans now that you want to do things in January or February, excellent. Doing things at the last minute, well, you could find yourself being subject to not getting it or being disappointed or, you know, or any of those things. I don't know why I'm went off on that tangent, but just to say, we process things in certain ways rather than accepting things just as they are. With that said, I'll let you go. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and your brilliant, brilliant, brilliant comments. I have noticed this channel is gaining momentum. Slowly but surely we're getting there. And I have let go of the idea that I have to be at a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of things, or I have a certain number of views. That's all a thing called an algorithm that I have no control over. I just love meeting you every day and bringing you a bit of joy. Until tomorrow, bye for now.